You spent $3,000 on Google Ads this month, and 30% of the calls went to voicemail. That's not a lead problem. That's a phone problem. And today I want to show you how AI voice agents answer every call in 1 second, qualify the lead, book the job, and log it to your CRM. No delays, no missed revenue. So let me show you how it all works. All right, so AI voice agents for service businesses. Now let's establish that 35% of your calls are probably right now going to voicemail, and it takes you 50 minutes to call back those voicemail leads, and probably they will never respond again. And the thing is that 35% are going into after hours. So that means after 5 p.m.s, you're getting those calls, and not every business is equipped to be able to respond and handle these after hour calls in a proper and consistent manner. Now, that leaves you basically with around 30% of calls that you're able to answer. So that is what's generally happening on average for service businesses. Now let's see what can happen when you're able to put AI in different aspects of your call systems. Now you can imagine that you can answer directly, and whenever a call comes, it's basically transferred to AI right away. So that is instant lead capture that happens automatically. Of course, with that, you're able to cover the entire night every time that you're not available, or perhaps a call comes, it should go to the receptionist, perhaps they're having lunch, and what can happen is that you can just redirect it to the AI agent. So every call that comes in, you're basically able to handle. No show prevention. So that means that you're able to, before a appointment, perhaps you have an appointment that you have already scheduled, you just are going to call the lead, hey, look, tomorrow we have this appointment. Are you actually going to come? If yes, awesome. We're just here to remind you. If not, actually, let's reschedule the call. And that really is going to save a lot of time and money to the businesses that actually implement this. Now, one interesting way is also dead lead revival. So that means that we're able to take people who we've already worked with in the past, and we're able to every now and then re-engage with them. And what we found is that around 5% of people that sit in those databases are actually going to convert into paying customers. So that means that you probably already have a lot of customers that are ready to work. It's just that you need to systematically reach out to them every, let's say, X amount of days. So I like, for example, to follow up every 60 days, 90 days, in order to be able to keep that content, because right now it might not be the right time for people to be engaging with your services, but probably if we keep re-engaging, and if something happens, they're probably going to remember you, given that you're always, let's say, every now and then gently reminding them that you exist. And what also happens is that given that we have the AI and it's able to basically be trained on your teams, on your services, and anything that you offer, we're able to easily hand off to human whenever necessary. So for example, if there is an emergency in after hours especially, what we definitely want to do is that if it is an emergency, we want to right away transfer it to a human, because emergencies should not be handled by robots. So that means that we're able to intelligently hand off people and not have to let them wait on press 1 and press 2 on IVRs that are quite boring and disturbing. Now, the technical people might ask, how do you actually pull this together? There is a lot of ways that you can work with this. The system that we've found to work the best is using a, let's say, AI brain. That can be VAPI in this case. It's not the only one. There is also 11 Labs, actually, which handles the voice as well, but it can also be an all-in-one platform right now that we see, let's say, going really well right now. There is Retail, there is LiveKit for those who are a bit more technically minded. But anyways, platforms come and go, so there is a lot of them. And in terms of the phone system, Twilio has been the easiest to work with. And in terms of connecting and putting the glue together for everything, N8N has been, let's say, the glue that connects all the tools together. And 11 Labs for voice providers has been the best in terms of reliability and quality. And CRMs, of course, that depends on the business, but likely for the US in home service businesses, then that would be Service Titan, a Jobber, or a House Call Pro. So that is the common technical stack that we get faced with. So let's say that you are a contractor and you're getting per month 85 leads, and the average job is $1,200 per job. Now, before AI, you're basically answering to 27% of these, let's say, calls, and let's say that you're able to convert them. That gets you $16,800. Now, let's say that we're able to answer all of these calls. And of course, with the power of AI, we are able to do that. And we're able to convert them. So that in the end is going to give us $66,000 per month, which is a considerable difference. And you can see why being able to answer and being able to always be there with the phone is a big impact into the business. Now, if I want to leave you with a few takeaways, number one is that the phone is a big bottleneck. And if you're not able to always be available for any call that comes in and properly handle the customer experience when it comes to the call nicely and in a accommodating and fast way, then you're probably leaving a lot of leads on the table. And what's also interesting about AI is that it's able to glue everything together in a way that you're able to properly track where every lead goes, because you're basically recording every call, and that is then possible to transcribe the entire call and then properly put notes and summaries and reminders. And given that everything can be programmatically set up, it's really easy for the AI to follow these rules and act accordingly. Whereas for a human, that would require, let's say, reminders and specific tasks on their to-do list. And oftentimes, for example, you need to take notes and forgetfulness gets in the way. It's really easy to slip through the cracks with a lot of leads. And of course, the ROI is quite immense, given that, of course, the AI allows us to come and really decrease the price in terms of per minute. So, for example, what we say to our clients is that generally the cost of AI is for between 15 to 20 cents per minute. So you can see how scalable that is in terms of allowing it to have coverage all throughout the day, given that it's really cheap and it's really able to sound human and take decisions based on the training that we gave it. Now, if you're interested to learn more about AI voice agents and how they could look into your business and you want to take this direction, then I want to offer you free consultation, which I leave in the first link in the description, so you can find it there. So I'd like to see you in those consultations. And if you want to see how we built an entire lead reactivation system for one of our clients, then I do invite you to watch this video right here. See you there.